babes, welcome back to my channel. I'm Amy Sun. If you're new here, thank you so much for hanging out with me today. I have this nifty little sign up right now. It's my neon sign in my filming / makeup studio, and it says "You're like really pretty" from Mean Girls. Unfortunately, this is my first time turning this on in one of my videos, and I don't even think you can read it. Can you guys read it? I bet. So that's quite unfortunate, but my guests will just enjoy it in person. But the reason why I turned this on for today's video is because I actually feel very unpretty right now. My hair is in a ponytail because I literally just got out of the shower because I ended my workout really late today. I decided to just film myself anyway because I am very dedicated to my new 2024 upload schedule of uploading every Wednesday and every Sunday. I really didn't want to miss a day, and I haven't been able to film because of my skin issues lately. Oh my gosh, you guys. This is as raw and real as it gets for me. I have no makeup on, literally. I have Aquaphor all over my face right now, guys. A couple days ago, my skin reacted to a product really badly. I think I was having like an allergic reaction. Unfortunately, because I was using actives and it progressively got worse. It wasn't just like me using one product and bam, it happened. It was like over a course of a few days. So I don't recall exactly which product made my skin this freaking raw and burned the top layer of my skin off. Especially like my under eye area right here is just so sensitive and fragile right now. I cannot put on any makeup. I can't even put on like normal moisturizer on without it stinging. Guys. I haven't had something like this happen to my face since, I want to say, college. I know for a fact I don't look the best right now. I don't feel the best, but you know what? That's okay. We all have these days, and I'm not going to try to put on makeup to disguise like what's going on with my skin right now, because this is really like what's really happening. But I thought putting on this neon sign would be really cute. Unfortunately, it just looks like a blob of light. Sorry about the rant at the intro of this video, but I hope you guys will stick around still while I just chat with you all about my favorites and fails, best and worst products of January. I haven't filmed one of these videos in quite a while, but I love watching these, and basically I'm going to be showing you all the different types of products, like from clothing, tech, beauty, fashion. Did I say fashion already? I think I did. Food, drinks, like just any product that I've tried and that made an impression, whether it be good or bad, I'm going to be sharing them with you guys in these videos. So I hope you enjoy. Let's go ahead and get started with a favorite of mine because I'm very excited to drink this because it is a drink. I was so curious when I saw this ad, I swear to God. Instagram targets me like I am the biggest target out there. Like, I am so weak when it comes to Instagram ads. I came across Katy Perry's non-alcoholic aperitif. It is called SOI. I purchased one of those starter packs that have all the flavors that she offers on her website. So I actually really loved all the flavors, but this one is my absolute favorite. It's sparkling, which I love. I really crave carbonated drinks throughout the day, and I don't really love to drink soda for obvious reasons, like health-wise, but I don't love the taste of soda. I think it's just too sickly sweet, but I also don't want to drink an alcoholic beverage every night either, you know what I'm saying? So for those days where I am craving a little bit of sweetness, but something that I can sip on and is not too sweet and is actually good for my health, I like drinking one of these at nighttime, and it is full of adaptogens, no artificial anything, it's caffeine free. This flavor is so good. This one is called the Très Rosé. It literally tastes like strawberry carbonated, a little tangy, a little bitter. Like, it does taste a little herbally, like an alcoholic drink kind of would be, which I actually really like. It reminds me of like a really fancy mocktail, so I love drinking this out of a fancy glass with ice. So let me go ahead and demonstrate. This can is literally the perfect amount of liquid to fill up a fancy wine glass. This one I have from Amazon. I'll go ahead and link this glass as well. I'm gonna pour this in. Doesn't this just look so aesthetic? And it tastes just as good. Look how beautiful. Cheers. It's so good. I love it. It's also really low in calories. This whole can is only 35 calories, so I'm a fan of that. Let's talk about a few beauty favorites first, and then I'll get into fashion. This is in no particular order, but basically I just want to show you guys what I have on my lips right now, which is the only like makeup-y product I have on, but this one is more of like a tinted lip balm. This is by Ilia, and it is the Balmy Tint Hydrating Lip Balm in the color Heartbeats. I love Ilia's lip balms, like this one in particular, and this color is just gorgeous. It's a very like flattering, neutral red. I feel like these are sheer enough where it is like a balm and it is hydrating, but it's pigmented enough where the color will show up. Like on my lips right now, you can see the color. I also love this shade of red because it's very universally flattering in my opinion. Whenever I feel like I need to give a little bit of life to my face, like today, I always put this on. And this is also great for like no makeup days because it really doesn't look like a lip product on. Speaking of convenient makeup products, oh my gosh, why haven't I tried this sooner? It is the Glossier Brow Flick in the darkest color. I believe this is just black. I don't have this on me right now because like I said, I don't have any makeup on my face, but this has been my go-to. I haven't used my Anastasia brow powder with my brush in such a long time because I've been just relying on this for my brows. I already have microbladed brows. However, it's faded a lot over the years because it's been about, I wanna say, over 4 years since I've gotten it done. So obviously a lot has faded, but there's still something there. Due to that reason, I don't need a lot of help when it comes to my brows. And I feel like these brow pens are the most natural looking on microbladed brows like mine. It's so easy to just fill in the gaps with strokes of like hair looking lines instead of relying on something heavier or powdery that'll just kind of sit on top. This one is just so much better. It's also so convenient because you don't have to have a tool to apply this. Literally, it's just a brush tipped pen like so. It's super fine with a very nice point. Like you can see how sheer it is when it goes on, but you can press down and it'll give you a little bit more pigment. It's not the most long-lasting thing in the world, but for its convenience factor and the fact that it looks so natural and it's easy to use, very easy to travel with, A++. So good. I feel like I will always repurchase this, and I know that a lot of people have mentioned that this dries out quickly. I personally haven't experienced that myself, and it's been a couple months, so I feel like as long as you make sure that the cap is on all the time when you're not using it, I think it should be fine. And try to store these things upside down because I find that the liquid doesn't get clogged as much when you do it that way. Next item is a fragrance. I don't really talk a lot about fragrance on my channel. I actually have a pretty funny story to tell you about this fragrance, and it's kind of embarrassing. It is this one by Dolce & Gabbana. I am a huge fan of Dolce & Gabbana scents because they last on your skin for freaking forever. It is amazing. The staying power is what wows me truly about their fragrances. I personally feel Dolce & Gabbana produces some wonderful, wonderful fragrances. They are super intoxicating in the best way possible. This has got to be my favorite winter, like colder months perfume, and it's called The Only One. Sorry, the label has rubbed off. Unfortunately, the packaging isn't the greatest quality. It is glass and super weighted, and I love the look of it, but the label has fully just like come off, as you can see. Let me see if it'll focus, but it has come off. I have the bigger size of this. It's the 3.3 fluid ounce because that's how much I love this perfume. I can't even begin to describe how this smells. It is just gourmand. That's the first thing that comes to my mind. It just smells super warm, and it has coffee notes, I know for sure. It has vanilla. So it's very sophisticated and womanly and very sexy. So I feel like this could also do well for night times, like for date nights and things like that in the warmer months. But I mainly wear this in the colder months like winter. In my opinion, this is just one of the best sophisticated gourmand scents I have ever smelled in my entire life. It's so good. I don't know what else to say about it. Oh, the funny story that I was gonna tell, I'll keep it short, but basically I was wearing this for the first time in a very long time. I went to my friend's house and I kept on smelling something like so delicious. And I was like, oh my gosh, what is that smell? What is that smell? I need to find out where this smell is coming from because I want to smell like this every day of my entire life and I'd be super happy. Literally, I go home and I still smell it. I thought it was my friend's house that smelled like this, but it was literally me. I felt so embarrassed. I was like making a big deal. I was like, oh my gosh, guys, like help me find this scent that I'm smelling. And it was me all along. If that doesn't tell you how much I love this fragrance, I don't know what will. Next is a tech item, and I do feel like this is kind of early to say this is one of my favorites, but I'm going to feature it anyway because I have truly been enjoying this so much. I need to talk about it. It's the Apple AirPods Pro. I have owned the AirPods, like the ones that go inside your ear, for the longest time. Charlie got me that for a Christmas present like a couple years ago. And the sound quality is really great. The noise cancellation is out of this world, like the ones that go in your ear. However, they never stay in my ear. I don't know what it is. I talked about this before in my channel, but maybe my ear holes are shaped I don't know, not in the best way for those things to stay in my ear, but regardless of which size cushion part, it always falls out. Like I've tried the extra small, medium, large, like everything. Every one of them, they fall out of my ear after like talking for 30 minutes. They kind of annoy me, so I just wanted to get the over the head ones, and I do own the Sony ones that are also very popular. It's a little bit cheaper than the Apple ones, so I gave that one a go, but I normally connect it to my work laptop upstairs, so I thought it might be good to have an Apple one that'll easily connect to my Apple devices because most of my other stuff, it's all Apple products. So this is just for my convenience. I purchased this one as well, but also it was nice to be able to compare the two. I personally feel that the Apple one has better sound quality when it comes to music. The sound quality is just so crisp and clean. It is unreal. Like you are immersed in the music when you're listening to it out of this. I also think that this one has a more comfortable head rest up here. The only thing that I like about the Sony ones a little bit better is the noise cancellation. I do think that the Sony ones are a little bit better, but it's not that big of a difference. I do feel that this overall is more of a superior headphone than the Sony, but that's just my opinion. They both have a use in my home, but I have really been enjoying this one so far. All right, so I have two more favorites to show you, and then I will shift over to the worst products of January. I recently filmed a separate video on my recent Celine haul. I bought two things from Celine for the first time ever. So if you haven't seen that video and you want more details about the product that I'm about to show you, go ahead and check out that video because I'm not gonna go into too much detail here. I have to mention this one. It is the Celine long pouch with strap. I'm pretty sure that's the name of the product. I am obsessed with this pouch. I have been using it every single day when I'm running errands, when I quickly have to run out the door. Whenever I go to the gym, I just pop my keys, wallet, lip balm, a mirror in here and just put it in my gym bag, and I have all of my essentials. This is the perfect size. I have now experienced how convenient it is to just be able to grab something small like this and attach it to your wrist and basically run out the door. Aside from the functionality and practicality of this pouch, the design is obviously stunningly gorgeous. I mean, the canvas of this Triomphe design is so pretty. It's very timeless, and I feel like I will have this for a very, very long time. Overall, I am super happy with the purchase, and I'm very impressed with the quality of this item. Alrighty, so this is the last best product of January, and it is actually a winter jacket that I have from Lululemon, and I'm pretty sure you guys have either seen this on social media or on my channel on one of my hauls, but I am obsessed with the Wonder Puff collection from Lululemon. It is truly one of the warmest things I have ever owned. This is the cropped version, but I kind of want the long version now because I have fully experienced how warm this is, and I'm so impressed. I live in the DMV area, so like 30 minutes from Washington, DC, but I technically live in Northern Virginia, and we got our first snow, I think about 2 weeks ago, and it got super cold. I mean, it got into the 10s. And this is what I wore during that time when it was snowing, when it was freezing outside. It's very like obviously puffy because it's the Wonder Puff collection. I am trying to put this on so that you guys can see it, but it just like bundles you up and it has a removable hood. I just love the texture and the feeling of having this on. It's just the most comfiest jacket ever. It just envelops you and feels like a blanket. Like I said, I would love to have the long version of it where it covers like my entire body all the way down to my calves, but oh my gosh, I saw the price tag on that and it is so expensive. So maybe one day I'll own that, but not right now. Winter is almost over, like we have 1 month left of winter, so I don't need to be buying that. I already have a long jacket from Aritzia, one of their like down jackets, so I definitely don't need to buy a long coat. Unless I find that I use the Aritzia one a lot, but I really don't because we don't get a ton of snow in general and it rarely gets below like freezing temperatures. So I feel like something like this is just way more practical to have and I use this more. That is my last favorite of January. Very appropriate for the colder season. Now let's go ahead and move on to my worst products of January. They're actually not like horrible products by any means. I do have two disappointing products. Maybe that's a better word to phrase it. Oh no, my battery's about to die, so I'm gonna go ahead and try to be super quick. The first worst product of January is the Caudalie Premier Crew, the eye cream. Like no shade to this product and Caudalie in general because I love the brand as a whole, but this eye cream is so expensive and it did nothing for me. It did not feel hydrating enough. It almost made my skin feel a little tight under my eyes, which I didn't like. Personally, I don't find this very helpful for me, my personal skin, and what I'm looking for in an eye cream. I just needed this to be a little bit more hydrating and nourishing. I guess this is more targeted for like older, more mature skin. So maybe the tight feeling is supposed to like tighten your wrinkles or something. I'm not sure, but I'm not a huge fan of how this feels on my skin. So this is the first worst product of January. The next and final worst product of January is, I actually don't have it with me to show you because it's actually just West Elm in general. No item in particular, but I just got a rant. Most times that I order furniture from West Elm, they come damaged. I don't know what it is, but I've literally had to return and replace like 3 of my items within like the past 3 years of purchasing furniture and items from them online. It's just ridiculous. And the wait is so long, which I understand the waiting game isn't what's the deal breaker for me. But if I'm waiting like 3 months for something to come in and they come in damaged and I have to wait another 3 months to get a replacement of that same freaking product, yeah, I'm gonna be irritated and pissed off, you know? Especially when it's not my fault and it should have come to me better packaged so that I don't know, maybe it's like a quality assurance thing or the shipment process, but it's just awful. So I had to do that again for a breakfast table that I just bought and waited 2 months for. So here we go with the process again. Anyway, that is everything for today's video. Thank you so much for hanging out with me. I really hope you enjoyed it. Make sure to subscribe if you guys are into these types of videos. I'll make sure to do one of these best and worst videos like at the end of every month. So yeah, stick around. Please like if you haven't already, subscribe if you want to stick around, and I'll talk to you guys in the comments. Bye.